Relationship stories. Am I the a-hole for refusing to invite my brother to my wedding? About 5 years ago I was engaged, and my then fiancé ran off with my best friend and roommate. This led to all sorts of bad things happening. A few months later, my brother got married to his longtime fiancé, and I found my ex was the maid of honor at his wedding, and he made the guy she ran off with his best man. Ever since then, I have refused to have anything to do with my brother. Recently, my brother and his wife had a baby, and due to some postpartum issues, my mother has been caring for the child. So recently, my fiancé went dress shopping and invited her mom, my mom, and her wedding party. Apparently, during the drive, my mother started talking about how I should just forget what happened, forgive my brother and move on. When I was told this, I lost it. I told my mother I would never invite my brother, and that he has no place in my life. He's not a brother to me. She also thinks that because my other brother in Germany is coming, that my younger brother deserves to see him. I said that's up to him, but not at my wedding. My fiancé says I should bury the hatchet, because it's not fair that my nephew will never know me. I said if the child reaches out to me later in life, I am fine with that, but I stood my ground about not letting my brother attend the wedding, or be a part of my life. This has been going on for months and it seems like everyone is leaning to his side. Am I really the a-hole here? Edit. For everyone asking if he's ever apologized, he hasn't. One year he did have my mother give me a Christmas present. It was a doormat with my name on it. I thought it was insulting. My mother said it was him trying to extend an olive branch. Edit 2. For those asking about my relationship prior. My brother and I had a healthy relationship prior to this. The general thought process is that his wife didn't have a lot of friends here, so my ex was one of her only local friends. She would be the maid of honor. Douchebag was now her boyfriend, so my ex wanted to walk the aisle with him, so made him the best man. Obviously, this was never going to sit well with me, so the easy thing to do was to not invite me. I'm guessing they thought I would just let it go as I'm usually a mild person. Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. He gave you a doormat as an olive branch? A doormat? A very telling gift. The fact that it literally had my name on it didn't help. He's literally mocking you and calling you a doormat. Your parents are enabling him and using his child as something above you, leverage. Take note. 1 year he did have my mother give me a Christmas present. It was a doormat with my name on it. I thought it was insulting. My mother said it was him trying to extend an olive branch. Then gift him some toilet paper with his name on it for Christmas. After all, it's the thought that count. This actually made me laugh, thanks for that. Not the a-hole. Excuse me? He made that guy his best man? And called you a doormat? Did I miss something? Why on earth would you ever want to see him? I don't, but my mother seems to think I should get over it, and my fiancé, while she understands why I'm mad at my brother, feels I should bury the hatchet for his child's sake. No offense OP, but you and I both know their child will survive just fine. I mean, yeah, probably. One small fact that I did leave out because I didn't think it was hugely related was, my brother and his wife had a baby before. The baby died at 2 months old due to sudden infant death syndrome. That's probably why my mother is caring for the new baby. I think my fiancé wants to have the opportunity for us to care for the child if the need arises. I don't know that for a fact, but I kinda assume, and I feel like that is part of why she wants me to mend things. Side note, my fiancé has never met my brother or his wife. But my mother has brought the baby around. Next story is titled, It's a cliché, but my wedding was legitimately one of the happiest days of my life. Now all that's left of it is a receipt from Goodwill. After spending Thanksgiving alone for the first time in 14 years, D-Day was this past May, I decided to stay with my parents for Christmas. On the dresser of the room where I stayed, I found this donation receipt from Goodwill. I need to tell someone what it means to me. We got married in 2015 after dating for 9 years. We wanted our special day to reflect who we were, something unique. We ended up hosting an outdoor wedding on my brother's wife's farm in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's a physically beautiful place that held a special place in our hearts. We used to travel there with friends every summer over July 4th, listen to baseball on the radio, swim, visit with my brother's wife's parents and elderly grandparents, and generally take a pause to feel at peace. It was a very handmade wedding. We hand-painted all these shabby chic signs out of barnwood and old windows. We used these to point the way to the restroom, and to label our And our dogs, signature drinks, mine was Kentucky bourbon, my pups were root beer and lemonade, respectively. We wrote our own vows and a mutual friend officiated. We walked down the aisle with our dogs. My brothers and my dad provided music for the ceremony, Long Long Long, by the Beatles. After the ceremony, we buzzed around the tent where our friends and family noshed on pasties and barbecued pork. We were so busy visiting with our guests, neither of us got a chance to eat. I gave my speech with my arm around my father-in-law. I talked about how in the old days, a marriage was a celebration not just of the joining of two people, but the joining of two families. I talked about how happy I was that my family had just doubled in size. It's kind of a BS cliche that your wedding is the happiest day of your life. In that moment, for me, I think it was. After dinner we moved to the ramshackle dance floor we'd assembled in an outdoor tent. No DJ, just a Spotify playlist we'd spent weeks putting together, making sure to include all our individual favorite songs, as well as those that had specific meaning to us as a couple. The dance began with Closer by Tegan and Sara. We danced until we collapsed, no exaggeration, to the final song, Dimed Out by Titus Andronicus. The next day, it dawned on us that we hadn't made a plan to clean up. We were supposed to leave on our honeymoon, driving around Lake Superior in the RV we'd rented for the occasion. Instead, we ended up washing dishes. But it was fine. My parents stayed to help. They packed up all of the keepsakes, our hand-painted signs, and brought them home for safekeeping in their basement. It was understood that these artifacts were treasures. Fast forward to this year. I tell my parents that she had an affair with a co-worker, and then started a new relationship with a different guy while she was begging me to reconcile. My mom was pissed. She said all the wedding stuff was going to Goodwill. It didn't really hit me till I saw the donation receipt sitting on the dresser. It's all gone. All that time, love, the warm feelings, my newly enlarged family, the memories that were supposed to be treasures for the rest of our lives, it was all just an enclosed trailer load, like the receipt says. All those treasures are now sitting in a Goodwill to be squinted at by people who will never know what those things once meant. All that's left is a little slip of paper, sitting on a dresser in the house where I grew up. Edit. Just want to say thanks for listening and for your kind words of support. This community has been there for me on many lonely days and nights. We didn't choose this journey, but it's ours now. Thanks for lending me your strength. Now for the top comments. I hear you, man, and get it. My 2-year wedding anniversary is coming up, but I've already been separated 10 months. The happiest day of my life is now something I'm ashamed of. I dragged my entire family from all over this giant country to come and watch me commit to somebody for life, and I couldn't even make it work much more than a year. The good news, something else gets to happen that will be my new happiest memory. I don't know what or when, but I get to experience that happiest day of my life feeling again. Just not for a while. That is both a reasonable and hopeful outlook. How nice. I'm in a very similar spot, except I hated my wedding. We made it about 10 months. My wife picked 2 fights with me on our wedding day, the first one less than 30 minutes after we said our vows. Now she's moved out and I don't know if we will ever make it through this, or if we even should. I wish I could say words, any words, to comfort you that will take the pain away. I know your future is good because you didn't step out of the relationship. The words you wrote tell a lot about you as a man of morals. But the pain you feel now, nothing I can say that will take it away. Only time will numb this pain of the future you lost. It will pass slowly, but surely it will pass. Grieve it and cry it all out. 'Tis just a setback to the future you deserve and will have. You will cherish that future because you would know what you endured to get there. Best of luck, mate. I had all my wedding stuff in totes. My dress in a bag. 38 female, by the way. I hauled it around. 3 moves. Across state. It was all in the shed of the home my now husband and I shared with my child from my absent ex. I remember October 29, 2011. My divorce papers came in the mail. Finalized. Took forever. He was just not there for court. A lot of dirt came out. It was ugly. But I kept holding on to all of it. My now husband and his buddies were having a bonfire. We lived in the country. We'd gotten new furniture and the old became reason for the fire. I was looking at the papers, and then the shed. I put the papers down and went to the garage. I saved some photos for my son if he ever wanted them, and some of my family. I hauled everything to the fire. When the wedding dress, which I loved so much, went in, everyone freaked out. I had this weird sense of peace. And yeah, he cheated. A couple of them showed up on my doorstep and my child was at the door. I filed 5 days after I told him, and 3 days after he got out of jail. It hurts. Even with everything, it still hurt. But it gets better. Slowly but surely. Hang in there, man. 8 billion fish in the sea. Now for the last story. Left me for one of my groomsmen. I, 34 male, am wrapping up a divorce from my wife, 33 female, who was having an affair with one of my groomsmen, 34 male. We have 2 children, my son, 3 male, and her daughter, 10 female, from a previous relationship, who I raised since she was 2 years old. We were married for 6 years, and together for a total of 8. My ex has diagnosed borderline personality disorder. The last 3 years of the marriage, she would not touch me or say she loved me. She convinced me I was the one who was sick. In 2018, things got so bleak I put a gun to my head, before thinking of my kids and checking myself into inpatient psychiatric care for a week. My breakdown ended up costing me the career I'd worked years to achieve. I've had a lot of therapy since then. Relearned to establish boundaries. I got a new job in PR for a non-profit, which I lost when COVID came in. But things with my ex didn't get any better, so I asked for a divorce, though she filed first and had the papers served to me just days before my birthday, in front of my parents and kids. She moved out of my place directly in with my groomsmen. I was a groomsman in his wedding and godfather to his children. They became friends after his divorce. I was uncomfortable with it and said so. She accused me of being controlling, and not letting her have any guy friends. All of her friends when I met her were guys. I didn't mind. She had a man of honor, not a maid of honor. Obviously, at some point, the friendship became more than friendship. When I confronted her, she said, "Everyone already thought we were, so I figured, why not?" She moved out 6 months ago. I don't miss her. In fact, I can't stand to look at her. The relationship went to hell as soon as we got married. I loved her so much it almost killed me, and I don't want that horrible emptiness ever again. But I'm not over the betrayal by both of them. I'm not over the fact they blew up my life and the one dream I'd had since childhood, being a husband and father. I'm so fucking angry and I don't know what to do. I hate this feeling and I hate how it is corrosive to my attempts to move on. On the legal front, I have no complaints. Split custody of the kids and no onerous property/financial issues. It's just the betrayal that's killing me. Any advice on letting go and accepting what happened so I can move on with my life? Now for the top advice. 39 female here. After you said that you checked yourself into an inpatient facility because you were a few minutes from ending yourself, is my same exact story, and why I'm divorcing right now. I saved my own life. I gave CPR to my soul. I did that. Me. Alone. I drove myself to the hospital. That day changed me and now defines a large part of who I am. This year taught me who I refuse to be or become. I have a lot of rough days, more rough than good, but man are those good days like warm honey. Like sunshine. And I chose to stay in the sunshine. Love yourself like no other because there aren't a lot of us. Thank you for this tall glass of hope. Channel your anger into exercise. Keep on keeping on. Eat well, drink in moderation. Keep yourself 90% in the present, 5% in the past, and 5% in the future. Someday she will just become a minor road bump you're glad you passed. I think it's one of those things that just take time. I've also been betrayed many times and currently in the 90-day limbo between filing in court, Washington State. Some days I feel so refreshed, cleansed, renewed, and other days, I cry and eat fried food on my couch, and get nothing done. It's helped me to release some of my frustration, by telling my friends and family about the things he did to me that I kept secret from them. They knew he wasn't treating me well, but they didn't know the details. It makes me feel less isolated when I share my hardships. If you want to DM me to release some details, I'm open to that. I can't say I can offer too much advice because I don't really know what the hell is going on either, but we can suffer together. Betrayal is hard. My first serious boyfriend cheated on me, and although I am over him, the feelings of inadequacy lingered. You can find happiness again and find a loving relationship. I strongly encourage you to seek a counselor to help you through these feelings. You will be better equipped to move on when you are able to work through all of this. I carried some of that hurt over to my current relationship. I got pregnant early on when we're dating. He reached out to his ex via email and told her he still loved her and about my pregnancy. That was a hurt I just can't let go and go back to each time he has wronged me. You can't build a strong house on a weak foundation. And that's it for this video guys. If you have thoughts to share, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you like this content. I'll catch you in the next one. Good day everyone.